On this edition of SK's award-winning Wolf Tracks, the SK track is condemned as a safety hazard. Find out the details. Our auditorium is alive with the sound of music. You'll go backstage for this hotly contested music competition. And he just might be the finest football player ever produced at South Kitsap. Tonight, meet Roger Cooper. Hi, I'm Chad O'Connell.
And I'm Bridget O'Neill.
Welcome to this edition of Wolf Tracks. We'll be your hosts for today's show.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
It's funny. I kind of always had this dream of playing in the NBA.
Well, we all need those unattainable goals. Why don't we watch this story on some real career choices by the instructor, Mike Downum.
Everyone knows it's a hurry-up world. Life just keeps getting faster and more competitive. That's why experts say the earlier young people start planning a career, the better. And that's the reason behind the SK Career Fair.
I'm here representing the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I am representing Kitsap County Fire District 7.
We're here to represent Naval Hospital Burlington.
I'm here to represent Kitsap Community Federal Credit Union.
We're here with Port Orchard Independent.
I'm representing Port Orchard Police Department.
I'm representing Puget Sound Naval Shipyard.
Representatives from about 25 local organizations visited South on April 21st to introduce students to a wide world of professions and to advise them on what it takes to be successful.
You need to start early. There's a lot of competition for these jobs, and those who start early are the most successful in preparing for that job.
Certainly not going to make a lot of money or become a millionaire in the military, so you have to be wanting to provide service and understanding we're looking for the best of the best.
I like to talk to the kids at this age because of the fact that there is that drug policy and that we need, they need to know mistakes they make now will follow them for the rest of their career.
Working in conjunction with the SK Career Center, the event was sponsored by the Port Orchard Rotary.
It's been a wonderful experience to put together and organize. It takes a lot of work, but at the same time, it's really valuable for our students to see what we have to offer in our county.
Professions were represented from law to firefighting to property assessing. One of the most popular stops for students was the FBI.
I also think it's like the X-Files. That's one of the first questions that we get asked. But some of them definitely have a genuine interest, and I think they've planned ahead and they're concerned about what classes to take and so forth.
I'm never surprised by the questions that some of the teens ask. They're very intelligent and they think things out quite a bit. And sometimes they ask questions about things that we hadn't even thought about yet. So it's always good to be around young minds.
The message of the day, life moves fast. The reality of our world is if you waste time, you'll be left behind. Make plans now while you still have the time.
Here at SK, our football players train year-round. That's one of the reasons the program has been successful for so many years. Well, Bosch has a story. Sorry.
The SK football team had another great season. They finished with a record of 10-1 and were 1999 Narrows League champions. But it's not over for the future seniors of next year. The following week, it's back into the weight room for the winter lifting to get ready for the upcoming season of 2000. Winter lifting is based on executing 3 power lifts: squats, cleans, and bench. At the end of the winter, each player will test on those 3 lifts to see how much they've improved. Weightlifting hasn't only made me stronger, but it's made me an all-around better athlete. It's not long before these guys are back at it again for the Advanced Athletic Conditioning class, also known as 190, which is held in the spring. Each time the class meets, the players will perform a 3-part cycle, which include mat drills, agility, and speed systems.
Mat drills is basically we get up off the ground a lot. So we do a lot of tumbling around, a lot of rolls, a lot of flips, all that good stuff. Agilities, it's basically working hard, sprinting for about half hour solid. The speed systems are more just, teaching you how to run and technique.
My, you'd think you'd just sit back and enjoy summer now that school is out. But think again, summer just gives the team more time to lift weights and attend a series of football camps. By the end of summer lifting, practice begins. After the second day, the entire team will participate in the Wolf Run.
For the Wolf Run, you have to run, well, if you're a lineman, you have to run 6 laps in 12 minutes, and if you're a skill guy, like a quarterback or running back, you have to run 7 in 12 minutes.
But unfortunately, there are consequences for those who do not make it.
If you don't make the Wolf Run, you have to come in at 6:45. That's called the Roly-Poly Squad, and they do a bunch of running exercises.
Here's what head football coach Sigurdsson had to say about the football off-season training.
We feel like the work that we do from the winter till the end of summer is basically where we win games.
Well, there you have it. Football isn't just played in the fall, but is a year-long season of hard work and commitment.
Wow, those football players are almost as athletic as I am. Hey, Bridget, try and stop this.
Go ahead, Chad, bring it on!
You ready, girlie?
Ready if you are.
Go! 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 Go!
Here's the story Jeremy Jones did on men's soccer.
Go! Go! Go!
Men's soccer. Are you ready for it? The contact, the anger, the power. This competitive team is being led by Coach Burgess and Coach Dame. How much work and dedication is involved?
Burgess works us pretty hard. He wants us to be the best he could be. He runs us. He runs Burgie Time, and he's getting pretty infamous around the school. People are hearing about it. Burgie Time he just makes us run. It's usually about 40 minutes straight, doing a lot of hard things.
With all the competitions involved, do they get upset during the games?
Yeah, I get frustrated quite a bit out there. Little things just kind of get to you on and on. If you think a call isn't going your way, or particular players bothering you, some players get kind of out of control. I don't know, it's just something you kind of have to deal with in the sport. It's just part of the way it goes. I mean, there's only one ref telling you what to do, so a lot of this stuff isn't really seen, so it gets frustrating.
With Captain Andy Strongberg out for the rest of the season due to a broken leg, has the team needed to make any changes?
Andy Wilson has stepped it up quite a bit. We made him new captain since Andy Stromberg is gone, and he stepped it up a lot, and he's playing really good. It's nice to have Aaron Tomasz back. Decided to come back and play, and he stepped it up a lot. He scored a goal against Stadium to help us tie it. He's a good soccer player. Ryan Letson, he's a great soccer player too. He stepped it up quite a bit.
What is it about soccer that makes them want to play?
All right, yeah, the thing I like most about soccer is probably the physicality in it. It's a pretty brutal sport, a lot of injuries, pretty rough. It's fun out there. There's not really too much governing what you can do and what you can't except for the ref, and it's up to them. So it's fun to get out there and bang around and hurt some people and maybe even get hurt a few times.
One of the things I like about soccer the most is I'm a goalie. I like making the great saves and being the last line of defense for the team. They depend on me quite a bit, a little more than they're supposed to, but our defense is doing better as the year goes on.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation has been making wishes come true for terminally ill children for many years.
Local athletes and celebrities are already helping at the foundation, and soon you can too. South Kitsap will be holding a series of fundraising events throughout the month of May to help out the foundation. Not only will you be doing a favor for ill children, but you'll also be doing a favor for yourself.
Throughout the month of May, ASB will be hosting 2 fundraisers to benefit Make-A-Wish children. We encourage you to make an effort in blessing someone else's life.
In a world where science controls intelligence,
The price is only a tenth of neurosis.
where scientists manipulate a man's life like silly putty,
At the peak of his intelligence so far, Algernon occasionally varies.
lives a man named Charlie Gordon.
Rumor says he'll hold back any information that is too personal.
Flowers for Algernon, coming to a high school theater near you.
Okay, keep walking a little bit further.
Walking.
You're not peeking, are you?
No, they're covered.
Okay. Okay, hang on, okay.
Where are you taking me?
Okay, we're here.
Can I uncover?
Yeah.
Chad, we're at a dumpster.
I know, I thought this... Oh, I thought this was the perfect romantic spot to give you something.
Like what? Trash?
This ring I made for you.
It's a ring?
It's from the bottom of my heart.
Chad? That's really nice. But, maybe you should watch The Jewelry Story and brush up on your skills.
When it comes to art, most think of painting and drawing. But SK offers a different kind of art to students, the jewelry class. Jewelry teaches students the process of making wax into shiny pieces of jewelry.
I have made 3 rings. One was just a plain band.
The first ring, it didn't take me very long because it was just a silver band and it was really easy.
And then now I just finished my ring right there.
Wax into metal, you ask? It may seem odd, but that's what's done. It's known as the lost wax process. Students use a special kind of wax to form rings and other types of jewelry. Then the wax model is covered in plaster and sand. This is known as investing. The metal is then thrown into the plaster mold, which replaces the wax that was there. Finally, after all that work, you have a ring. But you still have to file, sand, and buff before it can truly shine. Mr. Sayers has been teaching the class for 20 years.
20? That's too old. Probably appreciation for the process. You know, when they go into Walmart and Wisefield and some of these jewelers' places now, I think when they look at jewelry, they're going to have a completely new concept of what it took to make that particular piece of jewelry. I think you would agree with that too, right?
Yeah. As there's a lot of fire and machinery, safety is a big issue. All in all, the students who work hard at this might be the jewelers of tomorrow.
Maybe Chad picked up a few good tips and we'll make a better ring next time. Okay, Chad, let's play some tennis.
Bring it on, Bridget.
Out.
What, Bridget? You gotta be kidding me. How could you say that was... Give me a break!
Hey, chill out, Agassi. Let's watch some real tennis players on our women's tennis team.
Hard work, agility, determination, and a lot of fun. That's what this year's girls' tennis team is all about.
Last year it was a disappointing year. We won 1 match last year, and already this year we've won more than that. And that may not be saying very much, but we had some really big obstacles to overcome. Confidence on the court was really low. The girls did not have a whole lot of confidence in their playing ability.
We're seniors this year, and we've all been playing since sophomore year.
With only 4 3-year players remaining and a bunch of new sophomore rookies, it's hard to tell where the season will end up.
I am really excited about the sophomores that we have this year. 1/3 of the team are sophomores, and it's a very coachable group of young ladies. It's an enthusiastic group of young ladies. They want to learn how to play tennis. They want to get better.
With this season coming to an end, the girls have shown a lot of improvement and dedication. They've also learned the importance of teamwork and fun.
And we're having fun.
We're having fun.
Tennis is a lot of fun. We meet a lot of new people.
And I've noticed that this year there's a lot more bonding between the teammates, and it's just a lot more funner.
Mary,
couple weeks ago. Chris Slay has the story.
Every year, choirs from across the Northwest get together to compete in front of 3 highly accomplished music directors and their peers. This year, on April 13th, South hosted this anticipated event. Several choirs from around the Kitsap Peninsula competed in this competition for excellence. The scoring ranged from 1 being the best to 5 being the worst. The choirs were judged on many things from pitch to vocal quality to the selection of their music, and boy did it take a lot of work and a lot of patience.
I was really nervous. Normally in just regular concerts that we have, it's really not as nerve-wracking as it was being judged, because you really try to do your best and you try not to mess up, but you're really sweating and you're just really nervous and you just hope to do your best.
South Kitsap's choir's doing good, and it's just a good concert all around.
South is a great school to have this at. It's got a great auditorium to have it in, and they're doing a really great job. They're respectful and nice, and it's a good school.
So overall, it was a great day at South, especially since the chamber choir and concert choir both got 1s. Great job, South.
Come on, Chad, you can do it, come on! Good job, come on, the next one. Come on, Chad! 5 feet, that's all you need. You can do this. That was a nice try. Come on, Chad, hit me. Some of our best athletes are on track. But before we watch the story, here's some messages you should watch.
We've got such a big space out here, you know? And yet nobody takes advantage of it. It's a real shame. Go!
On your mark, get set, go. This year's track team is running full force into the spring sports season. Coach Santos is looking to lead the team to another winning season by winning a league championship on both the girls and boys sides.
It's one of our goals is always to qualify as many kids from the sub-district meet to the district meet, and then qualify kids from the district meet to the state meet. So as many kids as we can get through is always the goal.
In April, 3 of SK's best athletes ran in the Arcadia Invitational in California.
Roger Cooper and Zach Solberg and Natalie Rasmussen, who are probably our 3 best athletes, ran in the very prestigious Arcadia Invitational in California, which is the best meet in the entire country. Zach was 7th in the 800, Natalie was 15th in the 3200, and Roger Cooper was 6th in the 110 high hurdle, so they ran very well.
This year, the track team has some high hopes for the season.
I want to place in as many events as I can in state and win the 110 high hurdles.
My hopes for the upcoming season is to take state in the 100, the 200, and the 4x1 relay.
Just to do well in state, to get in the top 8 in the mile and get higher than I did, get in the top 8 again in the 2 mile, just for our team to do well.
Although South has a great track team, one thing it doesn't have is a great track. At the end of April, an engineering firm was forced to shut down all of the track team's upcoming home events.
Why the track was considered unsafe for competition was just due to its ill repair. It's just not in very good shape.
I know our track's horrible, but I mean, come on, it's a home meet. You gotta have stuff at home.
I like this track. I like running on this track. I like being at home so people can come and watch. But
it was assessed by an engineering firm that does tracks all over the Northwest because we're looking into the possibility of resurfacing it this summer.
I don't know, at least we're getting a new track finally.
But even with this problem at hand, Coach Santos continues to train his team for other invitationals in the future.
I think Mr. Santos is a great coach because he notices when we're getting tired on a hard workout, so he kind of cuts it short a little bit.
Santos. Yeah, he's a great coach. He's a very nice person all around.
He's a great coach, probably one of the best coaches I've ever had. He's more than a coach. He kind of, he cares about you as a person too.
Yeah, Mr. Santos is an excellent coach. He's definitely the best coach I've ever had, and I think he's one of the best coaches at the school. He pushes us well, but he's such a nice guy. He's an excellent coach.
Since the track is no longer available for competition, you can only catch the team in action at visiting events. But the team is still outrunning opponents away from home, and are definitely hoping to get a new track next year.
Hey Chatty, did you read the story Dustin wrote?
Yeah, I did. Skookum Views is a newspaper produced by the students here at South. So why don't we watch this next story on it?
Skookum Views, the school newspaper. It's provocative and poignant. What goes on behind the scenes to get this paper out?
Yes, Mr. Clinton, please. Hi, Bill, how you doing?
When asked why they chose Skookum as a class, some students replied,
I like the freedom, and I like the deadlines, and I like the pressure, and I like how everybody reads whatever you write. Meeting all the different people and learning how to use the computers, and all the people and the atmosphere, and getting to write. And
we have a great staff. Sometimes emotions run high. Being a part of this publication has many responsibilities.
I enjoy teaching this class because the students in here usually are the students who excel in English classes and writing classes. They also are usually very involved in extracurricular activities, and they're great, energetic kids.
It's our responsibility to let the students know the truth. Our motto is accuracy, 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 also known as accuracy cubed.
they pretty much give us free reign as long as we're responsible, and it's really nice. I've always been interested in journalism, and I thought it'd be a good way to start off.
Holy cow, that's weird.
As you read the next issue, remember the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it.
Roger Cooper is an all-world athlete.
Well, at least one of the best in South Kitsap.
He's very multi-talented, and Mike Smith has the story.
Newell hands off to Cooper. He goes up to the left side. There goes Roger Cooper. Number 34 gets to the outside. He's empty. Oh, he's just pushed out. Cooper is the tailback. Newell comes under center. He takes the snap and he hands off to Roger Cooper, who heads left. And he stays on his feet. Roger Cooper's going to go in untouched. Touchdown, South Kitsap Wolves. What a great run by Roger Cooper.
Roger Cooper is known to many as the best all-around athlete at South Kitsap High School. He is a multi-talented athlete who stars on the football, basketball, and track team. Roger achieved a full scholarship to Montana State, where he will be playing football for the Bobcats.
We play football on a full scholarship, probably track. I think it's going to be pretty tough. They got a good program, good coach. So.
During the summer, Roger dedicates himself to the weight room, where he is among the school leaders.
Well, it's sort of a cycle. You come in the summer and you lift 3 days a week. and then you come into high school when I was a sophomore, and you get advanced weight training all year round. So you lift during all your sports and during football. And then summer comes again, and you start it over. But it's the, third trimester, we go through a class called 190. It's all about really advanced weightlifting, and you train like cardiovascular the other half of the class.
Everyone knows to have a great team, it takes more than great athletes. It also takes dedicated coaches, and Roger says their influence has made a big contribution to his success.
Roger is probably one of the most talented athletes I've had an opportunity to work with. I'm sure other coaches that have worked with him would say that. He was one of those individuals that has that rare blend of size and strength and power and speed. You know, there's not many guys who are 6'3", 210 that have the kind of speed Roger possesses. So that's.
And they always keep a drive going in you because you don't want to let them down. It's kind of like another part of your life, like another part of your family. You don't want to let them down, so you just keep working hard.
When Roger isn't playing sports, he loves to focus on art, where he plans on pursuing a career in graphic arts.
Well, sports, it kind of stresses you out. You're always thinking about your next match, your next competition, next race. You always got something to look forward to and be stressed out about. But art, you can just kind of sit down and relax.
With Roger spending most of his time in sports, keeping up with school can be tough.
Well, it's pretty hard because you got hard workouts every day of the week, and you got to go home and you got to do your homework. You got to keep up a 2.0 to play sports. So you have to do your homework to stay in sports. So.
Roger Cooper has proven himself as being one of the greatest athletes to come through South Kitsap, and will continue his success for many years.
Ball, hands off to Cooper. There goes Cooper again. Nice cut by Cooper. Cooper's in the open. They're not going to catch him. He's at the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Kitsap. Coop.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this edition of Wolf Tracks from two hosts and the director, who are the best in the Northwest. Signing out, I'm Chad O'Connell.
And I'm Bridget O'Neill.
We'll see you next time.
Football players are almost as good of athletes as I am. While those football players are almost as good of how do I say that? Wow, those football players are almost as good as that. Go! Go! Who got scored on? You did! Go! Go! Go!
Good job, Chad! Sorry, here's some messages you should watch.
Best of the Northwest. What, Bridget? How could you say that was out?